Hi everybody. Want to go through problems 19, 20, 21, and the rest in the next page where I'll have you to clarify any things we had, and we didn't get to these problems. All right, so 81, 729. So what I see right away, I got. Let me get my pen. I got 81x squared y, all raised to the 1/3 power. 729x to the third y squared, all raised to the 1/5 power. So I got 81 to the 1/3, x to the 2/3, y to the 1/3, 729 to the 1/5, x to the 3/5, and y to the 2/5. So everything's ready to be multiplied, but one thing we've talked about is to multiply, we must have a common denominator. So our common denominator has to be 15. Now before I get to that, what I want to think about is 81. 81 is 9 squared, which is also 3 squared squared, which is 3 to the 4th. A lot of people miss that idea. 729 is 9 to the 3rd, 3 squared to the 3rd is 3 to the 6th. So we have a common base here, which is fantastic. That's definitely one thing we want. So we have 3 to the 4/3 for 81, and for 729 we have 3 to the 6/5. All right. But again, in this situation, we have to have our common denominator 15. So with our common denominator 15, I have times 5, 20 over 15, times 5, 10 over 15, 5 over 15, then I got times 3, 18 over 5, 18 over 15, 9 over 15, and 6 over 15. So by doing that, now I'm able to actually combine. So I got a big thing going here. I got 3 to the 38 over 15, x to the 19 over 15, y to the 11 over 15. Even though that's insanely large and disgusting, that 3 to the 38th over 15, we can't simplify, so we're okay to leave it like this. And that's the best possible answer. All right, so if I look at problem 20, I got -1 times 2 raised to the 1/2 power, all raised to the 1/3, all raised to the 1/2. So using power to a power, 1/3 times 1/2 is 1/6. So the fact that negative is stuck underneath there, this is a non-real answer. Right? Not able to fully simplify it because a negative stuck under an even root. Right? We could kind of distribute it if we wanted to. We'd have -1 to the 1/6. We'd have 2 to the 1/12. Which, all right, still didn't do anything because that is non-real. All right, now an important fact for this next problem. If you have x squared over y squared, you could rewrite this as x over y squared. So it's kind of like you can un-GCF. Well, we've known that you can distribute the exponent and go from x over y squared to x squared y squared, but you could undistribute it and go the other way. So in a situation like this, I start my problem off 88 x over x to the 16, third root, over the third root of 11x to the 4th. Now what I realize here is they both have that same rad of third root, which is the same thing as a 1/3 power. So that means I could really put all of this in the exact same rad, which if I simplify the inside would give me 8x to the 12th. And that 1/3, that root of 3 is actually a 1/3 power, which if I distribute that, 8 to the 1/3 is 2, 12 divided by 3 is 4, 2x to the 4th. All right, working through some of these. All right, key thing, all right, problem 22. I see a negative exponent followed with division Right, so that means I would drop it down to bring it back up. So you know what? Change it to multiplication, make it positive. So I have, what do I got? 4x to the 4/3 times 64 to the 5/6. A little strange. Well, 64 is 8 squared. 2/3 squared. 64 is 2 to the 6. So I have 2 to the 6 raised to the 5/6, and then I got x to the 8th raised to the 5/6. Alright, so 4x to the 4/3. This gives me 2 to the 5th. This gives me x to the, we got 40/6, so 20/3. So I got now 4, I can combine the x's, x to the 24/3 times 32, which would give me 128 x to the 8th. Done. So changing it up, getting these bases the same is really essential to breaking things down and making them as small as possible in these scenarios. Alright, 23. We distribute. So we have x to the negative 3/4 times x to the 3/4 plus x to the negative 3/4 times x to the negative 1/4. Right, so we distribute, which means we multiply, but since the bases are the same, we add x to the 0 plus x to the negative 1. Right, so really we got 1 plus 1 over x. Right, that's kind of the final answer. If we want to take it a step further, common denominator, x plus 1 over x is the absolute best answer. All right, this problem gets people. Similarly, something like if you had x squared plus x to the 3rd squared, right? Can you distribute this? No, we cannot distribute an exponent. So that's actually telling us x squared plus x to the 3rd times x squared plus x to the 3rd, which would give us x to the 4th plus x to the 6th plus another x to the 6th plus x to the, oh, not 6, 5, my bad, x to the 5th plus x to the 6th, which would give us x to the 4th plus 2x to the 5th plus x to the 6th. All right, so just throwing another idea out there. Maybe there's a reason I did that problem, maybe not. But yeah, don't distribute the exponent. You distribute the thing in front, you can't distribute the exponent. We have to actually FOIL things together. All right, what do we got here? All right, so right away, I'm seeing 2 to the 6, x to the negative 2/3, y to the 4th, all raised to the 5/6 power. All right, so I could give this out, and that would give me 6 times 5/6 is 2 to the 5th. Then I'd have, what do I got? Negative 10 over 18. And then I'd have 20 over 6, which is 10/3. So I'd have 32 y to the 10/3 over x to the, what we got, 5/9. Done. All right. What's my move here? I'm going to simplify right away. It's going to make my life easier. Well, actually, you know what? Because of the negative on the outside, I'm just going to flip the fraction. So if I flip the fraction and you leave it exactly the way you see it, we do not change anything. We just flip it. Now it's raised to the 3/4 power. Right? So we flip it exactly the way we see it. Then on the inside, we could work some things out. So if I move down the 9, I have 625, the 81. If the 9 goes down, I would have x to the 6 in my denominator. And here, I would need a common denominator of 2, 6, which would leave me with y to the 1, 6 down here. All raised to 3/4 power. Okay, so 625. What am I thinking about with 625? 625 equals 5 to the 4th. So 5 to the 4th raised to 3/4 is just 5 to the 3rd. 81 is 3 to the 4th to the 3/4 gives me 12 over 4, which is just 3 to the 3rd. 6 times 3/4 divide, we'd have 18 over 4 for 18 over 4 for 9 over 2. Yeah, 9 over 2. 1/6 divide, I have 3 over 24 for 1/8. So I'd have 125 over 27 x to the 9 over 2 y to the 1/8. Done. Alright, so just different idea. I could start this off, I could get rid of that, be left with that. Common denominator, 3 over 6, 2 over 6. Get rid of this, be left with 1/6. So I'd have 9 y to the 1/6, 49 x to negative 3 over 2. Flip it, 49x over 9 y to the 1/6 raised to 3 over 2. Alright, so that would give me, if I take the square root of 49, I got 7 raised to the 3rd power, 343. X to the 3 over 2. Square root of 9 is 3 squared, cubed is 27. Then I got 3 over 12, which is 1/4. Alright, 27. Key idea. I see that, I make that positive. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to do a little reorganizing. 2y x to the 1/4 to the 3rd times 9x to the 1/3 y to the 4th all to the 3 over 2 power. So I have 8y to the 3rd x to the 3/4. Alright, 9 square root's 3, so I got 27 x to the 1/2 y to the 6. Okay, do a little canceling here. That's gone, that's a 3. All right, common denominator, this is 2 over 4. That's gone, this is a 1 over 4. So I got 8 times 27. 8 times 27 is 216. X to the 1/4, y to the 3rd.